Umentri bedekmi ya katanat boarding hakajala James P.K. Sangma Ulawan chakmat ban penchai lut par ya ki harukom ki jingsha kano khamtam lele hau nongilam kalyang persha hak yeng dorbar thau ai ha ka bai dei ba ki kenrum kenram ne kita ki surbet jong kata ki jingi iu jong ka pamsap ka bampong ka pasang ba kan yang rasong ha ka ni katanat penban James kumu mentri ha ka jing penchai pai ba ka ba ne kasngi lengba kilat pathai kubor Ulapan pau bagat thong jong ke sorkar MDA kalong bakan demi khui bakan trayhok habashit habashai ban asishai ke jingshakri ka bahok yo paitba jong jala James ulapan pau bagat thong jong kumu mentri bat ka sorkar hi rokway kalong man la ki samla puli kinyo ban demi not ha ke jing puli ke jongki da ka bakin thang ki mambati ne ki sharak hendai bakan kre perle jingmut ya ka kot habashai jong ka boarding ha ki jing penchai si kilat pathai kubor negasngi kimat ki ba James ula penchai ka kenthop ya ki jing kenok halo ke ADB project karai ban penungkam ni ki smart meters ka saubhagya scheme ka jing kenok habe dei ba one time settlement nagam ta ki karkhana ka ba wanra ya kata ki jing do dong ka ba hadu news pa klur tingka bat kwei halor kini ki mat jing penchai James omla ban claim the yard light banda kentha kelaru ya ki jing kenok da ki nongelam juga seng congress para ke juga por usngo bakum ke sorkar kan bhabet bana ke liang jongka bakan batai penchai chalau paida nong song snong jong ke jela da ka ba mencuile politics halor kini gikam.
It is firstly necessary to clarify certain things where misconstrued facts have been put out in the public domain to skew opinion. At this point, it is necessary to be totally transparent and open with the public as the NPP-led government believes in being answerable to the people. And ADB financing is primarily a loan given to the central government. The central government then functions as a guarantor for the loan, which is then passed on to the state government as a grant from the central government. By extension, this means that there is barely any debt burden on the state as the sovereign guarantee is given by the center. Regarding this, pertaining to the tendering process to favor only one bidder, as alleged by the opposition, the tendering process for the ADB projects was done as per the ADB guidelines. This is, incidentally, the same practice followed across all other states in India. All necessary approvals were taken from the ADB for each and every step during the tendering process. Tenders were called through an online e-tendering portal through a transparent competitive bidding system. This resulted in the contract being awarded to the technically qualified bidders who quoted the lowest bid. In the case of smart meters, only one bidder qualified as per the technical criteria. In fact, the tendering process went on for 6 months and all necessary approvals were taken from the ADB. Despite that, no other technically qualified bidder was found as per the guidelines. Cost enhancement of 18%. The revised arrangement for ADB expands the scope of development. In the original scope of work, out of 180,000 total meters, only 75,112 were smart meters. The revised arrangement made all of these 180,000 meters dual mode hybrid smart meters. The government of Meghalaya stays committed to ensure that every household of the state is deployed with smart meters facility. The enhancement of the smart metering component in the revised arrangement is a resultant of adding 105,000 dual mode hybrid smart meters to the previous scope of work. So 75,112 plus 105,000. Why are smart meters necessary, one may ask? So while the old meters only worked in a prepaid configuration with no communication module, the new meters work in both prepaid and postpaid configurations. Further, they have a carrier interoperable communication module which works in a hybrid mode. Therefore, not only are the number of meters 2.4 times the original scope of work, they are also working on the latest technology, compliant with ISI standards. For the first time, we will have high-quality power meters for the state. However, despite the NPP-led government achieving 100% electrification for rural and urban households in Meghalaya, billing efficiency is only about 67.35%, and more than 75% of meters are outdated. For that matter, during the assembly session, it was brought to notice that many households had faulty meters and were getting disproportionate bills. Another issue that was brought to notice was that meter readers did not visit villages to check the meters and take readings. This is one of the major issues which warrants the installation of smart meters across the state. The installation of smart meters will enhance the ease of usage for the consumers, for the customers. The citizens will be able to make prepaid payments from the comfort of their homes and also have access to their usage charges. This removes the need for meter readers, in fact. The smart meters will be connected to a central server with 24/7 communication enabled, ensuring that the instances of customers receiving faulty bills are reduced. Practically, it will be nil. The important part is that the customers will not have to bear any burden of these smart meters, as is being made out. In the tenure of the previous governments, the trend was to pay the supplier at the time of installation. This means that the supplier often lost incentive to function the moment they received payment. In the previous governments, the trend was to pay the supplier at the time of supply, when they would supply the meters. This meant that the supplier often lost incentive to function the moment they received payment. We look to erase that and rectify that. Hence, for the first time in Meghalaya, the supplier will now receive payment only after installation is done and not 1 penny before that. The power department has been successful enough to get a deal where the cost of a smart meter is almost 15 to 20% lower than the current market trend. More so, the entire hardware and software cost will not be borne by the consumer.